So here we go, getting close to the end, or the beginning. The end is always the beginning and end. It's not about that anyway. So yeah, here's my picture. So I'm also going to share the screen. So remind you again. See, it's quite different than that. That's a nice picture on its own to be fair. But so I'm going to have a look at this bit here. Just try and get a bit of clarity in it, not too much, because like I said, it's an impression. And sort this out as well. I've got a mark on the painting. I had a go at the pier already, but I should do some more to that. But this is my primary base. So what I do, like I've been doing, we'll stop sharing. I'll just get this picture up and so I can see it and you can see me. So yes, here we are, just get my trusty paints. Get my primaries. I've got some primaries in there. I just need some white. I've got some white there as well. That's good. And I've got a few more brushes. And I mustn't keep tripping over the easel, which there's a good possibility I will do every now and then, which causes a bit of amusement. So I'm going to look at this bit here. It's not, yeah, okay. So I'm going to try and get some lighter yellowy, browny type stuff going on here. I've got my brushes, got some water in it. I've got some, yeah, there we are. That's a nice little one. So I've got the trusty plastic box and some yellows. So yeah, yellows I'm after. And I've got the white separately on the top of the box. You've gradually, as you keep painting pictures, which I'm hoping you will, I want you to keep these videos and refer back to them. They just encourage you when you're feeling you just can't seem to do it. So I'm going to quickly put, they're like planks really, aren't they? Just do it quite quickly because I want to, I've got some birds on here. They're not too distinct at the moment. That's okay. It's kind of okay. It's more like, you know, there's going to be seagulls there. And even when you look at the photograph, in reality, you don't really notice the birds until you, and it's a bit like that anyway, isn't it, with seagulls? Unless they're right in your face, you just sort of go, oh yeah, there's some birds. They don't sort of leap up and have a chat with you, I guess. So I'm putting this darker colour. It's my son on the phone. That's not a good time to phone, but hello.
Oh, don't worry. I'll leave you to continue your conference call.
Thank you. I'll
see you later.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so it's my son. To show it's really true. It's a real true video. I'll ring him in a bit. So there you go. I've put the white on there quite quickly. The reason I just didn't stop the video and talk to him is because I've got the acrylic paint. You at this stage, really, you don't want to be hanging about. So I'm just carry on talking and painting. But you do this all, the quicker you do it, the better, because you get the mixes that you want. So if you put the lighter color in there, it's very light brushing with your brush held like this, very light, just brushing, you're sort of painting and it's going that way. There, and even less sort of effort to sort of, there we are. So we've got a bit more definition now. I'm going to do a bit more on the dark marks. So I'm going to get my red with a purpley type effect, I think. So I'll mix my blue with my red. And then just put a bit of yellow in. So I've got, you have to keep playing around with it until you get it. I need it to be dark. So yeah, and so I've got a sort of reddy dark, and that's not necessarily what's in the photograph, but these downward marks really make you understand what this foreground is. So, and I've done this a few times now, so it's much easier when you come back to it. The more you do them, you get more and more familiar, more and more confident with the marks that you're making. Like I want to just put some on the beach now as well. Some of this, again, it's about the congruency. If you remember, I'll keep mentioning that word. And as you go further backwards, then it's less dark, basically. So it's more defined at the front. I may well defined at the front. You see what I'll become one more video after this, be coming back and just highlighting some of the points, some of the focal points. So the beach, the beach, the beach, just some dark marks in the beach. Then I'll get some light, some white paint, and that's these white marks. Just to, these dark marks, I mean, just put a bit of light, just really, really light brushwork, nothing. Oh, nothing is white. Yeah. You can always come back if it's a little bit more white. It just sets off the understanding that these downward marks are like holding up the breakwaters. Then I'm just going to put a little bit of a suggestion of the fact that there's more breakwaters under the water, yeah? And a bit of a line. See, a less pronounced line than when I did it before. If you remember, I put some marks in there before. So the marks you make earlier, they're sort of still there. But when you put this light mark towards the end of the painting, you sort of know why you're putting it there. The first time you do it, you just do it. You look, you see, you put it in. You look, you see, you put it in. But at this stage of the painting, you're gradually freeing up. You've got a lot more confidence in your image because of the work that you've done so far. And consequently, the marks that you make are much more confident. So I need a darker color underneath this pier. I'm not going to get it from this paint, am I? It's because I've got a light blue. I was doing something different, which is, there we go. There we go. I found my darker blue. I had another bit of paint in there that I was using for another painting. it's okay there. So I've got some dark blue. So I'm just going to do a bit, try and define some lines under this pier a little bit more. It's more about the downward motion. So basically I've got not really dark, but sort of fairly dark, more marks under here. So when I come to do the final touches, which will be, I'll get hold of some nearer to black type marks. But it's more, and the shadow, of course, is a bit severe at the moment. So just gonna, so where I've applied the acrylic paint on those downward strokes, I'm like picking them up with a bit of white added to it. It's just, it's a bit more sort of grey in the sea there. That's what I wanted, grey, not quite so definitively shadowy. It's a bit of a bluster. And then if I get some white on top of these marks here and just flick, very light motion, flick, flick, flick. So it's all kind of intuition. But you can put these flick marks onto grass, onto in the sky. It's just you need to work fairly quick with the acrylics because they will dry off. But all is not lost, because you know you can always go back and do a little bit more. So let's just have, again, following your intuition. It's like putting some stuff in here. Now I'm just going to finally, with dark and light, it's always dark and light, always keep saying it, these birds. So the white part I'm putting of the birds first. And you'll surprise yourself. You'll put a mark, just press the brush down onto the canvas, and you'll get quite a nice representation of a few seagulls. And then I've got the dark colour that I was putting under there, that's not black, but just little marks to suggest these birds. That one's gone a bit wrong, I think. That's better. You employ your finger when it gets too tricky. A few dark marks down there. Yeah. Okay, right. I'm just going to try and sort this foreground post out. It's a bit too, so it's just a bit too defined. So I've introduced some different colours into the sea, which I kind of liking. We want to get these I've got to do a similar sort of approach over here. Water on the brush. So when I get to the final video, I'll have another. Just get a bit more water on the brush and smooth these bits in it. So yeah, I like the way the yellow, well, let's have a look before I say I like it. I'll just go around the back. Hello, Ginger Rogers, my dog. Yeah, that's nice, that's nice. That's really sort of set it off, made it. You see how the yellows and the reds on the beach, it's like vibrating almost, isn't it? So I'll have, yes, and the post has become more magical feel to it. You know, it's like there but not there type thing. And the purples and stuff that have come into the picture now. See what I mean? As you build up these layers, suddenly little bits of magic start to happen. And like you learn, like from painting, oh look at the camera, painting to painting, you begin to sort of really understand. Hello, people. Yeah, really understand. What I'm going to do actually is, right, hold on, it's a bit like being on a roller coaster. But I can, oh, right, let's just close that. I've lost the picture a minute. I'm just taking the camera closer in. I think you've lost the camera. There we are. Sorry. There, see? You can see it a bit better, can you? Just trying to get it in the... Ah, there we go. There, you see how the breakwaters and the birds on the breakwaters are much, much more believable. And the underneath of the pier, it's like there's a bit of rough water, you know, heavy breeze. The colours are starting to really look quite nice now. So there you have it. I'm going to do a bit more work. I'm going to do a bit more work on the, yeah, a bit more work. Sorry for that excitement of the camera moving around. Yeah, so I'll just put it back on there. So next video will be like polishing off. Thank you, thank you.